Hello everyone, my name is Hannah. Welcome to a new video. Today's video is going to be all about my annotating and how I annotate, what supplies I use, and all things annotation. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. So I figured it would be kind of helpful to show you some examples of my annotations and different books that I've annotated in and that I really like the style of. I used to annotate with just one color highlighter and that was all I did. I'd use these super neon tabs and then I'd use the mild liner gray highlighter and that was all I would use. So I have my copy of A Court of Thorns and Roses here, and yeah, I set up my key system with all of the neon colors, and then I would go through and just highlight in gray. There were some moments where I would underline and doodle a little bit, but not very many. But yeah, there's not a lot of pizzazz, there's not a lot of flair. So that's my old style of annotating, and I would color block and just highlight entire scenes, and I definitely do not do that anymore. I still highlight a lot, but I don't just color block page after page after page. But I definitely used to do that when I had just gotten into annotating. So this copy of A Court of Mist and Fury is my most annotated book, I think. This is my super well-loved, annotated, and defaced copy. I do have a video where I go through and do a little tour of this because it's pretty cool. I love this copy so much. But yeah, this one I've got the page overlays are in here, and I use different color highlighters. I still use a lot of gray, and then I started to use blue once I was I don't want to use just gray, and I write things in it more. But I went through and changed all of the tabs to a color that more matches the book cover, which is now basically what I do when I choose my tab systems. So the first book where I really started to get into using a bunch of different colors and writing more and really making annotating a whole process was the Magnolia Parks series. So this is the first book, Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings, and I decided to annotate this one before I read it. I had been doing annotations only in books that I was rereading and really loving, but this one I really went all out, and I kind of tried to match the colors to the actual cover so it matches better. And then as you can see, I do different color highlighters, and I was writing notes on the side and writing different quotes and stuff. And then in this one I actually have, let's see if I can find it, I actually have emoji stickers that I was using. So these are the emoji stickers that I originally got. It came in this pack of all these random ones. It has Android stickers or Android emojis, and then it has the iPhone style ones, but I ran out of these, and they're kind of big. I mean, compared to my thumbnail, they're about the size of my thumbnail, right? But these were the first ones that I used, and I absolutely loved them. Then I went on Etsy and found these ones, which are they're with a micro sticker. So they're from Craft Penguin Planner, and they're really, really nice, and they have got all different kinds of emojis, and I just love them so much. And they're smaller, so I think they're cuter. I prefer to use these now as compared to these bigger ones. And they're just all of the iPhone emojis specifically. But I also have these ones, which are just black and white. These are from Happy Cloud Ink on Etsy, and you just get more of a specific type of one, because I feel I always use the smiling one, the angry one, or the heart eyes emoji the most. I mean the sad one too, you can see which ones I use more. Yeah, I use the heart eyes a lot. But these are just on a matte sticker paper. And since these ones are so small, I do have this little tweezer tool that I got on Amazon that helps me to place them better, because it's harder to do that with your fat fingers. And then another sticker thing that I use is these hearts. These are just on Amazon. You get several sheets of these hearts, and it's $3 or something like that for 5 sheets of this. But these are fun to just place with moments I love, or if it's a romantic moment or a cute moment or something. stick those little hearts down, or on like the key pages and stuff too. So I'll leave all of those linked down below. So yeah, I was really experimenting with like my annotation style in this book, and now I think I've finally found it. So I've got a couple examples again here of like me matching the tab colors to like the book cover. This is like more pastel with like this like teal, purple, and like orange color. This Throne of Glass cover is more like brighter colors, so I've got like brighter tabs. I don't know if you can see that. This one too, like I really try to match the cover, the color of the tabs to like the actual cover. I think it just looks really cute and like makes it more cohesive. And then I've also been like making the key page a little bit more eye-catching. So this is my Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone key page, which it helps that like Harry Potter has a bunch of like stickers available, because I really do like using stickers and like washi tape to decorate. Like, how adorable. I did the same thing with Air of Fire on this key page. I like made it a whole thing. I made it like a little art piece. I just think it's really cute to kind of customize it and make it like your own personal special edition. So like an example of like a key page or things that I would tab is like anything that if I'm like just flipping through it, that I would want to be able to find easily. So like I have for Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, I have like important reveals and information, little things that I'm like, that's important information. I don't know, I don't need to explain that one. Happy, funny, any magic that was used, friendship moments, quotes I love, sad moments, and then moments to remember, like miscellaneous, where it doesn't like fit one of those categories specifically, but it's like a moment where I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna want to look back on that. With romance books, if I'm annotating in it, I have probably less tabs. And so for yours truly, I have relatable moments, cute romantic moments, quotes, and then moments to remember. And then again, I've matched the tab color to the book cover. Not like as much to tab in a romance book, because it's not like world building or an important reveal or an action scene or something, which is all stuff that I tab like in the Throne of Glass books. I think I use 10 different tab colors for the Throne of Glass books, and I think I have like 12 or something crazy like that in the ACOTAR series. Like, look how many look how many tabs there are. 13. So yeah, lots of different tab colors that have all different meanings and stuff. So I get asked, like, not a lot, but often enough, people are like, what are you even tabbing? Like, what are you even annotating? So it's just anything that I personally would want to like be able to flip through and find like, oh, this was a relatable moment from this book or something like that. I'll try to show some clips of like me flipping through my different annotations and stuff that I do, but mostly I'm like highlighting specific scenes or quotes or lines, or I'll underline, or sometimes I'll circle like certain words in a quote in a like a gel pen, like a sparkly gel pen. Or if there's like a really, really good quote that I've already like tabbed and underlined, I'll write it on the edges here of the page. Like this quote I just really love. And so I'll like decorate the whole page with the quote. Okay, so now let's talk about the supplies that I use for annotating. So the first thing that I ever used when annotating, like that I didn't even like write in my books for, but like I think that this is the most important part of annotating, and that is tabs. So I have a huge collection of different color tabs and like different tabs and stuff. I get these from Amazon mostly, or I've been really liking getting them from Shein. So they have really good prices for like the same exact things. So yeah, I just have so many different like color tabs and stuff that makes it really nice when I want to match the cover of the book. And so sometimes I'll just straight up take like whatever is there, and that's what I use. Like this was what I was using, Assassin's Blade maybe. I didn't like change the colors at all. Like when I did Air of Fire, all of these pretty much matched exactly, so I didn't like customize it at all. But one of the things about having like a big selection of different like color tabs and stuff is that you can just take one of the little things that it comes on and just like switch them up and move them around. So like here's an example of like one, this is not the colors that came on this like little card thing. I just switched over a bunch of them that fit a specific book so that I could use all these different colors, move them around and make them however I want it to be. But yeah, you can pretty much find like any color tab that you want and just get like a whole pack of them. I think on Amazon they sell like 6 of these little like sheets of tabs at a time. So I'll leave those linked down below, the ones that I like the most. And then I'll also try to leave a link to the Shein tabs, because like these ones, I got all of these from Shein and the price is so good for like the amount that you get. I really like them. But yeah, tabs. I have so many of them, but I don't care. I really love tabs. And that's like a good starting point. Like if you're thinking, ooh, I want to annotate, but I don't want to know, you know, I don't want to mess it up or ruin my book or whatever. Just tab the stuff you like, and then eventually you can work into like highlighting and underlining and all that good stuff. So then the next like supplies that I use is pens and highlighters. I have this little caddy here, this little bamboo spinny caddy, which was a absolute game changer. I got this idea from Lachlan when she posted her annotation video, and I was like, oh my god, that would be amazing. So I ordered this little bamboo pen caddy, and I will never go back. I love it so much. I'll also leave a link to this down in the description down below. But yeah, let's get into all of the different pens and stuff. So first up, we have the Mild Liner by Zebra highlighters, the dual tipped. Like it has the chisel tip, and then it has like the little pointed marker tip. And I really like these. They don't bleed through most pages. Some of the really like thin like Bible pages, they will bleed through on, but most of the time they don't bleed through, and they're just like really good quality. And you can get packs of these on Amazon as well. Or if you have like a craft store like Michael's or Hobby Lobby, I think they sell these individually. So some of these I've gotten like in packs, and I just get all the different colors and stuff. I really like the purple one. I used to use the gray one constantly, but there's so many different colors, and you can get like pastel colors, you can get like darker colors, and just have like such a variety of different colors that you can get. So those are probably my favorite highlighters, and they're like the best quality. Then over here I have these ones. These are the Mr. Pen highlighters, which I get on Amazon, and for the price they are actually incredible. I think a pack of like 10 of these is maybe like $6 or $7, whereas like a pack of 5 of the Zebra mild liners is like $10. So it's definitely more cost effective, and these ones are made to be used in like a Bible, so it doesn't really bleed through on really thin pages and stuff, and I really like them. It's got the same like dual tip with the chisel tip and the pointed tip, and there's all different colors too. Like there's blue, there's pinks, there's yellows, oranges, greens, all kinds of stuff. And then I also have the Mr. Pen in this like kind of boxy rectangle style. I don't even know what you would call it, but it's like, they're not like circles like that, but it's just the regular chisel tip. So those are my favorite highlighters to use. I kind of like, I use a little bit of everything, like add a little, you know, pop of color, I guess. Moving on to the pens. So my favorite gel pens to use when annotating is the Mr. Pen brand. Again, I will leave a link to them down below. They're, again, very cost effective. I got all of these in a pack, and I think it was less than $10. And they don't smear, and like the sparkle, like the glitter of the gel pens is so good. These are just my absolute favorite. I just love all the colors so much, and I just love underlining and circling certain words with these pens because they're such good quality. I'm a lefty, so when I write, like my hand will naturally go over what I write, and it smears really easily, so I have to be very careful when I'm writing, like with what pens I get. So I really like that the Mr. Pen gel pens don't smear and like leave like puddles of ink, I guess. Which brings me to my next gel pens here, which is the Jelly Roll gel pens. So I have a lot of the, let's pull them out here. I have a lot of the like glitter ones, which the glitter ones are like really wet gel pens. Like they leave like puddles of ink. So if I write with one of these, they look gorgeous, but I have to like blow on it like nail polish and like wait for it to dry fully before I flip the page. Otherwise the ink will like stick to the other page when you close the book. Sparkly ones especially do that. And then I have some like, what are these ones even called? The gold ones. So they have like a hint of gold in it, but also still that color. So this is like the dark gray and this is a green gold. These ones also do that where it leaves like puddles of ink. So you just have to be careful and like wait for it to dry. But then I also have like the opaque ones where it's just like a regular pen. This one is a Moonlight. All of these are Moonlight except for the black one. They're considered the Moonlight line, I guess. I don't know. This one's just like the classic black, which I do like writing, like if I'm gonna write a note in it, like write like a little random thought or something on like the page margins, I'll use probably this one or another pen I'm about to show you. Yeah, again, the Jelly Roll ones were like my go-to until I found the Mr. Pen gel pens. These ones tend to smear on me, but I do still like using these ones, especially the Jelly Roll gold ones. I think those are really pretty. And the opaque ones, like I'll use this purple one a lot. And then my last little compartment here is just like random miscellaneous pens. So the pen that I was talking about that I will like write a little note in the margin with is this pen. I don't even know like what brand it is or anything, but it is a 0.5 black like gel writing pen. These were a gift from Lachlan. This is what Lachlan uses, and when she was talking about like how it doesn't smudge very much, and when we met in Minneapolis over the summer, she had a couple of these that we were using to like sign each other's books, and I was like, oh, I love that pen. So she got me these for my birthday. They did have a 10-pack of these on Shein, but they're not as good of quality. So this is like, I think the ones from Amazon. I'll try to leave everything linked down below, but I have just been loving this pen. So I use it for pretty much everything now. I just love it. But then I also have these Papermate Inkjoy pens that I really like. These ones tend to skip sometimes. Like I used to always write and underline and stuff with the black Inkjoy pen. Like that was my go-to pen. And I still do really like this one. I think this is a 0.7 gel pen. So it's a little bit thicker, but it does, some of the colors, especially like the lighter colors like this one, tends to skip, if you know what I mean by that. Like the ink will skip, like it'll leave like a blank spot even when you're writing. So I don't tend to use the Inkjoy ones quite as much. And then one pen that I have been really, really loving lately is the Pilot Juice pen in black. So I have a bunch of different colors. Like I've got purple and blue, and I think I have like pinks, reds, greens, all that stuff. But I really like the black one, especially for underlining because it is a 0.38. And so the line itself is like very thin, very fine, and it's just really good for underlining. So it doesn't like cover up any words, I guess. It just makes a very fine line. And then I always use a 6-inch ruler, like the clear ruler, to do my underlines. Some people will use like the little card edge from the annotation tabs, but I just prefer to use like an actual ruler. I don't know. If I forget my ruler though, I will use like the edge of this to underline certain lines and stuff. So if I'm at home, I always keep my stuff in the little caddy, and just like, it's got a little handle so I can carry it around with me wherever I go. But if I'm going to be annotating out of the house, I just have this little like plastic old school pencil box. I'll just like fill up and pick out all of the highlighters and like pens that I'm gonna use, and I just keep it in here. So yeah, those are pretty much all of the supplies that I use when I annotate. So now I'll just like flip through a couple of my books here that I've heavily annotated and show you kind of like what my style looks like and stuff, and like what my keys will look like. I kind of showed that a little bit at the beginning, but I'll just do a quick little flip through. So just be wary that some of this, like if you're a person who doesn't like spoilers at all and like doesn't like knowing anything, I'm going to be flipping through some of these books, and I'll try not to show any like massive spoilers or anything. But if you don't want to see any of that, or like accidentally read a page or something like that, then you can just click away from the video now. But if you want to see a little bit of a flip through from some of my annotated books, then stay tuned. But yeah, other than that, that's going to be it for this video. If you made it to the end and you want to let me know, you can leave like the pen emoji, like the pen and paper emoji down in the comments down below to let me know that you made it to the end of the video. And thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Don't forget, I will leave links to like all of the supplies and stuff that I was talking about if you are interested in that. And thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.